Welcome to my first video in this series I've decided to call Avatar Gems, where I will be picking out my favorite moments from the show. This could be anything from plot or character development, some great animation, foreshadowing, callbacks, or just a good joke. Anything goes. Now, let's jump into this first episode.
I haven't lost hope.
I can already smell it cooking.
The first gem comes from Katara's joke about Sokka making muscles when he sees his reflection in the water. This leads to them getting stranded on an iceberg and having a great sibling argument.
Leave it to a girl to screw things up.
This scene already paints the picture that Katara acts motherly and sees herself in that way, as the one with more responsibilities, while Sokka is off. I also wanted to mention that Katara unintentionally breaking the ice shows that bending becomes more powerful when the bender is feeling strong emotion, usually anger.
You mean I did that?
With his father and the other men of the tribe off at war, Sokka is the oldest man currently at the South Pole, so he takes his role of soldier very seriously.
This lesson is for warriors only.
Katara still views Sokka as more of a boy instead of the way Sokka perceives himself, or rather wants to be perceived by others, which is as a man, and more specifically, a brave warrior. Katara's motherly instinct is then shown in action, when she immediately wants to help Aang as soon as she realizes he is alive in the iceberg. Compared to Sokka,
We don't know what that thing is.
Sokka says,
That crazy bolt of light, he was probably trying to signal the fire navy.
and Aang actually did, without intending to do so.
Finally. That light came from an incredibly powerful source.
As Zuko says this, Iroh is seen holding a card with the Air Nation symbol on it. The transition from Zuko and Iroh back to Katara and Sokka is accompanied by the sound of wind generated by Aang. Shout out D. Bradley Baker, because every time I watch a show, part of me forgets that most, if not all, of the animals are voiced by him.
You're okay.
Their honor.
I love this shot of Aang cheesing as he's flying through the air.
Katara, try not to put all your hopes in this boy.
But he's special. I can tell. I sense he's filled with much wisdom. See?
While Aang is the butt of the joke in this scene, Katara's sense is correct in that Aang is filled with much wisdom. Wisdom from the previous avatars.
This isn't right. A waterbender needs to master water. What about the North Pole?
I thought it was pretty awesome that Aang is so enthusiastic and willing to find Katara a waterbending master not long after finding out she is a waterbender.
But you forget, I have a flying bison. Appa and I can personally fly you to the North Pole.
Katara jokingly refers to Aang as her young pupil,
Listen closely, my young pupil.
and Aang eventually does become her pupil in a way when Aang is learning to master waterbending.
Thanks, Katara. Sifu, Katara.
I don't know how it took me this long to realize that Aang is able to fly a lot further on the penguin sledding jump than Katara because he is airbending. At least I think he is. There's an extra little whoosh when he's flying over Katara. Katara saying reinforces that she views herself more as an adult. I like how small Aang and Katara look in this shot compared to how big the ship is.
It was more like 100 years.
Aang's shock and acceptance of the fact that he was frozen for 100 years is shown perfectly through his changing facial expression here.
Hold on tight!
Aang has some serious strength for a 12-year-old, let alone one whose muscles haven't seen any use in 100 years. Being able to pick up Katara without using any airbending must be no small feat. It's safe to say, based on their size difference, that Katara definitely weighs more than Aang. Thanks for watching my first video. I'm so excited to keep watching Avatar. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.